Hi, today we want to talk about solving the quadratic equations. It will have two parts. I think it will be in two videos, and we try to solve the quadratic equation and draw it after that. Look at the shape of the quadratic equation. It is ax squared plus bx plus c equal 0. Okay, we have usually by three ways we can solve it easily. In your books it usually use three ways. These three ways are factorizing. One is factorizing. Two is the second is by complete square. Complete square. And the next way is by quadratic formula. Okay, let's solve some examples and we know it better. Start with factorizing. I have this equation: x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Okay, I want to know if I can factorize by some ways. Okay, it is the first thing here said. Suppose that we use y rule. It is a y. I write two numbers that when they add they will be AC. When they time to each other will be AC. So A is how much here? A is 1 and C is 6. According to this equation, A is 1, here is B is minus 5 and C is 6. So I say here I should write AC, and here I should write B, and here I should write over A, this number when I find divided by A, and here divided by A again. Okay, according to this I can find them easily. It's like a human, I think. It's a mouth and eyes and nose and other hair, maybe. Let's solve it by this way. So at first I draw my y. Say AC is 1 times 6. It is 6. And here should be B. What is B here? It is minus 5. B is minus 5. Minus belongs to B, to the number. Minus 5. So I should find two numbers here that when timed to each other is 6. When add to each other it is minus 5. So it is 3 and 2 and 1 and 6. Okay? So if I choose 1 and 6, I time to each other, it will be 1 times 6 is 6, but it should be minus 5. So it should be minus 6. Okay? The answer should be minus 6. 1 and minus 6. Or here, 2 and 3. It's no difference. Here I can say 2 and 3. If I choose 1 and minus 6 before, 1 times minus 6 is minus, suppose that let's solve it by 1 and 6. The answer should be down minus 5. When add them should be minus 5, but both are positive. and here should be positive when timed to each other. How can be? So 6 times 1 is 6, so it should be negative. To negative it should be minus. Minus 6 times 1 it should be negative 6, but it is positive, so it is not accepted. Choose 2 and 3. So because here the add of them is negative, the biggest should be negative, but when the biggest should be negative, minus 3 times 2 it will be minus 6, but here it is 6, so I should put a minus here. Now minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5, and minus 3 times minus 2 is 6, so easily I find 2 bracket equals 0. One of them say x, and here I write easily x minus 2 and x minus 3, but that sign easily take it here. So one of my answer is x minus 2 equals 0, another is x minus 3 equals 0. So from here x is 2 and from here x is 3. I solved it easily. It is when I can factorize, but always the factor of x or x squared or a is not 1. Sometimes we have the factor for x squared. Let's solve this example. Okay, let's solve the next example. It is 4x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Okay, now let's solve this example by a. I have a. Okay, I draw my y. I say two number that 4 times at first 4 times minus 10 it is minus 40, and down minus 3. I should find two number when timed to each other it will be minus 40, and when add them it will be minus 3. Easily I say 5 and 8. Okay, but here I have a, it is not accepted. At first check the sign. Because it is minus, the answer of the subtraction or the answer of the addition is minus 3. Bigger number should be minus. Okay, so it is 5 times minus 8 is minus 40, and 5 minus 8 is minus 3. It is correct now. Now I should divide by a. If you see here it is the eyes, I should divide by a. What is a here? A is 4, and always a should be the factor of x here. Let's draw it. Okay, I find this equals 0. So minus 8 divided by 4 is minus 2. Only I have a number, so one of my answer is x minus 2. Easily I write this. One of my answer is 4. 4 should come here as a factor of x, and sign of 5 is positive, plus 5 should come here. So I say 4x plus 5. Okay, these are my two brackets. Now one of my bracket is 4x plus 5 equals 0. Another is x minus 2 equals 0. Then here x equal minus 5 over 4, and here x is 2. So easily I solve them by factorizing. So when x square has a factor, you use this way. Okay, let's go to the other part of the lesson today. Now we solve another example. to understand it better. Let's erase them. Excuse me, erase some of them. It will be better to have this as the answer. Okay, because someone needs to write it. So 20x squared minus 7x minus 3 equals 0. Again, I have a. Okay, because I have a, I should divide to a. It is my y. 20 times minus 3, it will be minus 60, and down is minus 7. Because I have a, I should divide by 20. Okay, so two numbers that make 20 make 60 when times to each other, and when add to each other it will be 7. Easily it is 12 and 5. Now sign, about the sign we should be careful, because the answer is minus, so the addition of 12 and 5, the bigger number should be minus. So minus 12 times 5 is minus 60, minus 12 plus 5 is minus 7, and let's simplifying more. So it is minus 3 over 4 when simplified by 4. When simplified by 4, it is minus 3, and this is 5. Excuse me, it will be 5. And here, when simplified by each other, it will be 1 over 4. It is 1 over 4. Easily simplifying and find the answer. Now write two brackets equal 0. This is x, this is x. Okay, the first 5 is here. 5x minus 3 and 4x plus 1. Sometimes maybe you have doubt is it correct or not, so you can check this, expand it. Let's expand. 5x times 4x is 20x plus 5x times 1 is 5x minus 12x minus 3. It should be the first equation. If it is the first equation, it will be correct. If not, you should come back and check it again. So 5 minus 12 is minus 7, and this is correct. Minus 7, you see, it is the first equation. Now let's erase it and continue solving my equation. So the factorizing was correct. Let's continue. Okay, one time the first bracket is equal 0, then x equal 3 over 5. Next time, for x plus 1 equals 0, then x will be minus 1 over 4. This is my answers. Okay, let's solve another example. It is 36x squared, 36x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. Okay, again I have a, and it is my problem here, but it is not very hard. Let's draw the y. 36 times minus 2 is minus 72, and here should be 1. I should find two numbers. When timed to each other it will be minus 72, and when add them it will be 1. So look at the factor of 72. Which two numbers has the difference 1? Easily you can find them. It is 9 and 8. So I say 9 and 8. But the sign, because it is positive, bigger should be positive. So smaller is negative, because here time of them is negative. Okay, minus 8 divided by 36 and 9 divided by 36. If you simplify, we can have minus 2 over 9 by 4 simplifying, and by 9 simplifying it is 1 over 4 again. So let's try to draw my two brackets equal 0. One of them is 4x plus 1, and another is 9x minus 2 equals 0. So 4x plus 1, if equals 0, then we will have x equal minus 1 over 4. And when 9x minus 2 is equal 0, then x is 2 over 9. These are the answers of this. Okay, let's solve the last example. Let's solve the last example for factorizing, and after that explain the other methods. Okay, my equation is 3x squared plus 10x minus 8 equals 0. Okay, let's draw my y. Set minus 3 times 8 is 24, and 10 here. Two numbers that when add to each other is 10, and when time to each other is 24. So if you check the factors of 24, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 and 12. So I think it is 12 and 2 has the difference 10. Okay, you can check 6 and 4, but if we check 6 and 4, they should be both positive, but here we have the time of them negative, and it will be wrong. Now go to this. Because it is positive, the bigger should be positive, the smaller should be negative, so I say negative. Now because I have a, I should divide to a, and we know 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now let's draw the two brackets equal 0. One of them is x plus 4, another is 3x minus 2 equals 0. 3x minus 2 equals 0. Then x equal 2 over 3, and x plus 4 equals 0. Then x equal minus 4, and easily you see these are your answer, and you solve by factorizing. Okay, thanks for watching this video and have a good time.